Episode 26. The military, police, justice, and hospital systems are involved in live organ harvesting.
各位观众大家好，
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the Ironclad Irrefutable Evidence series. Please don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share this program. This is a critical issue related to the well-being and security of each individual, every community, and the entire society. Thank you very much for your attention and support. As of June 30th, 2020, World Organization to Investigate the Persecution of Falun Gong, WOIPFG, had obtained 730 telephone investigation recordings about suspected live organ harvesting cases, as well as data evidence pertaining to 891 organ transplantation hospitals and 9,519 organ transplant surgeons suspected of participation in the live organ harvesting, covering all military and regional organ transplant medical institutions in China. In this episode, we will present evidence detailing the involvement of the military, judiciary, and the hospital system in the crime of live organ harvesting. This is the fourth piece of evidence to prove that live organ harvesting is a state crime, ordered by Jiang Zemin and directed by the CCP, a former policeman's testimony of on-site live organ harvesting. Date of reporting, December 12, 2009. An armed policeman in Jinzhou City, Liaoning Province, serving as a guard at the scene of the harvesting of organs from a living Falun Gong practitioner, reported to WOIPFG the entire process that he witnessed. This recording was presented in Episode 1. Please watch the episode or visit our website to listen to the testimony. Subject of investigation, Chen Cheng, a kidney broker of the PLA number 307 hospital. Date of investigation, April 10, 2007. During the investigation, Chen Cheng clearly emphasized that CCP officials, police, and prisons were operating like a supply chain in trafficking organs harvested from living Falun Gong practitioners. He stated that he was able to provide documents to confirm that the organs were from Falun Dafa practitioners. This recording was presented in Episode 3. Please watch the episode or visit our website for more details. Subject of investigation, a court police officer from the Intermediate People's Court of Jinzhou. Date of investigation, May 22, 2006. This court policeman explicitly stated that they could provide organs of Falun Gong practitioners, depending on the price the hospitals were willing to pay.
Hello, is this the First Division of Criminal Law at the Intermediate People's Court of Jinzhou?
Correct.
I only know that since 2001, you have been obtaining kidneys from courts and detention centers from those who are young and healthy Falun Gong people. Now there are fewer such donors. So I don't know if your court is still able to provide such donors.
That depends on your situation. And we also have to discuss this with our superiors. If your conditions are good, we might still be able to provide it.
Is that okay?
Yes, depends on your conditions. Well, I will report your request to our director. And in case it is necessary, our director will contact with you first.
Subject of investigation, Dr. Liu Guoping, a doctor from the urology department of Guangxi National Hospital. Date of investigation, May 22, 2006. In 2006, one of our investigators telephoned Dr. Liu regarding his involvement in the harvesting of organs from Falun Gong practitioners. The evidence we collected was damning. However, in 2008, Hong Kong satellite TV produced a video that featured Dr. Liu attempting to extricate himself from the words he spoke during our call. The result was a propaganda piece full of lies and contradictions. And the Chinese embassy and consulates in Canada also distributed this video to the public in an attempt to deny the CCP's live organ harvesting. Let's listen to the investigative recording.
Did your classmate tell you that they use the organs from Falun Gong practitioners?
Some are from Falun Gong practitioners, and some are donated by the patient's family members.
Oh, what I'm now looking for is this type, the Falun Gong type organ for my child. Do you think your classmate can help me find it?
He can definitely find it.
In this recording, Dr. Lu confirmed his classmate could find a Falun Gong organ for the caller. In 2008, Dr. Lu told Hong Kong satellite TV that he didn't know how to get Falun Gong practitioners' organs. Let's listen to the recording.
She asked me if the other hospital uses the Falun Gong type organ, and I told her I'm not involved in this type of surgery and don't know how they got their organs. I couldn't answer this question.
Dr. Lu stated he went to select healthy Falun Gong practitioners in prisons.
Where did you find the organs in the past? In a detention center or a prison?
We found them from prisons.
In prison. Were they all healthy Falun Gong people? Healthy Falun Gong people?
Yes. They must select good ones. Only good ones can be used. Because of this kind of stuff, the organ quality must be controlled very well.
In the Hong Kong satellite TV video, Dr. Lu directly denied the words he spoke in our investigative call.
When I was asked, were the Falun Gong people taken from the prison or from the detention center? The report said my response was taken from the prisons. But my answer was not like this. My answer was our hospital doesn't have such qualification, and I personally don't have such qualification, and so it is impossible to get any organs.
He was lying to the TV audience. Furthermore, he tried to evade incrimination by claiming that his hospital was disqualified from doing organ transplants. However, in episode 7, we have found that many unqualified hospitals were doing transplant operations at that time.
Then did you all go to prisons to select them in person?
Yes. It must be selected.
What if he doesn't let you draw his blood?
He definitely will.
How can he let you do that?
There are prison officers over there, and what are you afraid of? There is no need for you to worry about it, and they will do their job.
Do they know their organs are going to be taken out?
Not at all.
They don't know it? Just don't let them know, and if he knows, he won't let you draw his blood, right?
Yes.
How can the prisoners let them do that? What do you say if they ask, why do you need to draw my blood?
Oh, they have an answer for this, and this is not a problem you should worry about.
In 2008, Dr. Lu again denied that he was ever asked if he went to hospitals to select living Falun Gong practitioners for their organs in person. Let's listen.
She claimed when she asked, did you all go to prisons to select them in person? My answer was, yes, it must be selected. This question was not asked at all at that time, not at all.
Dr. Lu has a noticeable stammer. Our telephone investigation on him lasted over half an hour, and its recording could not have been fabricated by using synthetic voices at that time. Therefore, the CCP's rebuttal video became a very strong piece of evidence to positively identify him in the WOIPFG recording. Subject of investigation, Dr. Shen Zhengya, Director of the Cardiovascular Surgery and Research, the first affiliated hospital of Zhou University. Date of investigation, May 6, 2014.
喂，你好。
你好，请问这是沈正雅医生的电话？
Hello, how are you?
是的。
Hi, is this Dr. Shen Zhenya's phone number?
Oh, yes.
Is Dr. Shen here today?
Is there anything I can help you with?
I want to ask about heart transplant because someone recommends I talk to him.
Okay, is this the patient's family member?
Yes.
Oh, is it about a heart transplant?
Yes.
Just a moment, let me help you check if the director is here.
Thank you.
Hello?
Is this Dr. Shen?
Yes.
Hi, I'm calling from an overseas country. Doctor, I'd like to ask how long it takes to wait for an organ if we want to do a transplant.
Waiting for organs is like this. Basically, and possibly we now have them every month. If you come, I guess we should be able to find a donor in slightly over half a month.
I heard something before. Do you have Falun Gong type? Are they quite healthy?
Oh, that type. That type is done under his agreement now, and we had them in the past, but less and less now.
You still have it? Do you mean there are such cases currently?
There are some.
Oh, there are some.
Yes.
How many cases? Is there any this year?
There is one case this year and it has become less and less.
Since we're overseas, we saw some information published by the United Nations, which said the organs from Falun Gong people were removed without consent while they were alive.
Very few now. The cases you mentioned are very few. Very few.
If it's not real, how can they expose it to the United Nations?
It happened a few years ago, many years ago. This claim generally needs evidence, I think.
Okay, thank you for your explanation.
No problem. No problem.
Subject of investigation, Dr. Tseng Wen, Deputy Chief Physician of the Cardiovascular Surgery Department of Beijing Anzhen Hospital. Date of investigation, March 18th, 2014.
Hello, Dr. Zheng.
Hi, who is this?
I got your phone number from your friend, and may I consult you with some heart transplant questions?
Oh, go ahead.
If a patient needs a heart transplant surgery, do you still do it?
I'm still doing it.
As you know, the patient's family concerned mostly about the success of a transplant. I want to ask you, is the health of a donor an important factor except for the patient's physical fitness?
Yes.
If my family member comes to do it, is it possible to know some of the donor's health information?
All of them are healthy, and generally we do pre-screening tests on the donors.
Is there a detailed report with the data listed for us to take a look when the time comes? Is that possible for us to view it?
No, it isn't.
Oh, it isn't?
No, it isn't. I think you know how we obtain most of the organs from donors. I think you know it well, and so we don't need to discuss it that clearly. So it's impossible to have these things.
I know. I checked it before since someone from my family works in the court system, and there are many. They are in prisons, aren't they? It is best if you have organs from Falun Gong people and they're pretty healthy. Do you think you can guarantee one for me?
Let's stop talking. Bye.
Dr. Tseng said to our investigator, I think you know how we obtain most of the organs. I think you know it very well. So we don't need to discuss it that clearly. Subject of investigation, a doctor on duty at the Cardiac Transplant Department of Zhengmen Central Hospital. Date of investigation, December 21st, 2015.
Is this a heart transplant department of Jiangmen Central Hospital?
Who is this? What's up?
I'm looking for Li Lunming. I want to tell him that his name is on the first list of WOIPFG suspected live organ harvesting participants, and they have a timeline record of the cases he has done. WOIPFG, an international organization, is dedicated to providing legal evidence of persecution of Falun Gong to the International Court Justice. Harvesting live human organs is a felony, which is more serious than Hitler's crimes back then.
That's not a big deal. What do you want to do with it? Just do it. Don't tell me this.
Sure thing. One is subject to legal sanctions, and the
That's
other...
not a problem.
It's subject to God's punishment.
What we have done is too many, and there are so many. Your investigation probably hasn't found the exact volume. It is just too much.
To your future, you're too...
You can directly say how to deal with it, and then how to solve it. Tell me, what is the purpose of your call? Why are you making this call?
The purpose is to tell you not to participate in it. Do you know that?
What if I have participated in it?
Stop doing it right now. Otherwise, it will be detrimental to you and your family.
Who cares? Why do you need to notify us? Why are you so kind to notify us? What's your purpose?
We hope you stop participating in it. Do you understand this is a serious felony?
Live organ harvesting.
God is watching people's deeds.
Do you think you are a Falun Gong person? Live organ harvesting.
The fact that you are using Falun Gong practitioners' organs has been exposed to the international community. You saw in China.
Who cares? What's the matter?
It matters a lot. Falun Gong practitioners are doing.
What we have done is so many. I tell you, we've done so many.
How many have you done? Did you do any this year?
We do it every day.
Are you using organs from Falun Gong practitioners?
Do you know what is Falun Gong? Do you have the guts to come? Come here and tell me, face to face? Do you? I'm asking. You have the nerve or not?
I'm overseas.
I'm asking, do you have the guts? If you don't say nonsense. Understand? You've got the guts?
Subject of investigation: same doctor of the cardiac transplant department at Jiangmen Central Hospital. Date of investigation: December 21st, 2015.
Hello?
Hi, how are you? May I ask, is this Dr. Li Lunming, the cardiothoracic surgical department of Jiangmen Central Hospital?
Who's this?
I am calling from an overseas country.
What's up?
I want to tell you that your hospital and Zhou Xinmin have participated in harvesting organs from living Falun Gong practitioners, and they are on the World Organization to Investigate the Persecution of Falun Gong's tracking list. Do you know this?
Here comes the one more. One was scolded away a moment ago. Here's another one.
How many Falun Gong practitioners have you killed? Why don't you think you are killing people and committing crimes? This is unacceptable to the universal law. Don't you think you're murdering?
If you dare to come, I'll kill you. Don't you believe it?
You're using Falun Gong practitioners' organs to do the transplants. Dare you tell me how many surgeries you've done on Falun Gong practitioners? How many Falun Gong practitioners have you removed organs from?
Countless. I tell you, it's countless.
Are you sure it's countless?
Countless. I'm honest with you, it's countless.
I'm telling you now that I'm calling.
Do you know how to write those words? Or I can tell you how to write them.
I'm recording.
Count.
We will upload the recordings to the website and let the people around the world hear what you're saying, your very vicious words.
No problem. Send it to me. I'll listen to it as well.
I hope you can take responsibility for your words.
We have recorded also, and I'm not afraid.
According to our investigation, Jiangmen Central Hospital began performing kidney transplants in 1999 and liver transplants in July 2002, and it conducted its first heart transplant in December 2005. The timeline of this hospital's involvement in transplant surgeries coincides with the CCP's persecution of Falun Gong. During our investigation, 45 presidents, directors, and doctors from 41 organ transplant hospitals' centers admitted that their organ donors were Falun Gong practitioners. Here is a list of these hospitals. To listen to their phone investigation recordings, please visit our website. In addition, since profits from organ transplants would not be accounted for in the military budget, but the layers of the organ harvesting system are maintained by military spending, organ harvesting and trafficking has become a way to make money without costs for the CCP military. Many military officials are benefiting directly from live organ harvesting through the General Logistics Department. For example, the medical gross income of the Organ Transplant Center of the PLA number 309 Hospital, the PLA Organ Transplant Center, named by the Health Division of the General Logistics Department, increased from 30 million yuan, that's $4.5 million US dollars, in 2006 to 230 million yuan, that's $34.6 million US dollars in 2010, a 5-year growth of nearly 800%. In another example, Da Ping Hospital, affiliated with the 3rd Military Medical University, began performing organ transplants in the late 1990s, and its annual income increased from 36 million yuan, that's $5.4 million US dollars, to over 900 million yuan, that's $135.5 million US, in 2009, an almost 25-fold increase. For more information, please continue to watch Episode 27, The Enormity of China's Transplant Industry. In particular, please note that this is a worldwide unrestricted war without gunpowder, The CCP's crime of live organ harvesting from Falun Gong practitioners not only continues, but has spread throughout society. For example, in 2013, a 6-year-old child, Little Binbin, in Shanxi, went missing. 2 days later, he was found with his eyes gouged out for his cornea. Dozens of university students in Wuhan disappeared for no reason in recent years, and countless children and women go missing every year. Live organ harvesting has become a threat to everyone. Perhaps, as we are talking, many kind and innocent people are being put onto operation tables for their organs. And also, many have been detained in dark prisons for many years, and their hearts, livers, and kidneys are waiting to be excised in an indescribably cruel way at any moment. How urgently they need rescue from the outside world. How excruciating it is for their parents, brothers, and sisters to bear the pain of missing their loved ones for years. Live organ harvesting signifies an unprecedented atrocity that has never existed on this planet. We cannot heartlessly ignore the fact that the Chinese Communist Party is ravaging and killing people. We cannot watch the CCP flagrantly destroy the bottom line of morality with lies, coercion, and financial lures that aim to silence and lead the entire human race to fundamental destruction without taking action. We urge everyone to like, subscribe, and spread the word about our program. Let your family, relatives, friends, neighbors, co-workers, and anybody else in your social circle know the facts of the CCP's mass organ harvesting from living Falun Gong practitioners. Please tell the whole world the truth and stand together to put a stop to the CCP's crimes against humanity. This is a critical issue related to the well-being and security of each individual, every community, and our entire society. Thank you very much for your attention and support.
感谢各位朋友，感谢大家的关注支持。
World Organization to Investigate the Persecution of Falun Gong, WOIPFG, was founded on January 20th, 2003. It is based in New York with branches in Europe, Australia, Asia, and Canada. WOIPFG's mission is to investigate the criminal conduct of all institutions, organizations, and individuals involved in the persecution of Falun Gong. To bring such investigations, no matter how long it takes, no matter how far and deep we have to search, to full closure, to exercise fundamental principles of humanity, and to restore and uphold justice in society. The principle of our investigation holds that those who have committed crimes shall be brought to justice. Individuals shall bear the same responsibility for their involvement in their organization's crimes, and those instigating the persecution shall bear the same responsibility of those who have physically carried out the persecution. We intend to uproot state-sanctioned crimes and safeguard human morality. The criminal conduct of all individuals within organizations, units, and departments involved in the persecution will be thoroughly investigated and brought to justice.